Okay, Sunday morning in the kingdom, and I'm hiding out of the wind. Yes, I'm by the new shop extension. We have the twins in front of the shop. I think that's Kijiji and Free Fall over there. If I got their names wrong, they'll correct me. All right, this morning we woke up to minus 16 Celsius. Yes, Celsius. But feels like minus 24. It is chilly out here. But the wind is not as bad as yesterday. That was ludicrous yesterday. So the Me phone will censor me because it's going to get chilled out here. I might have to put a little coat on the Me phone. All right, so on the yo-yo scale, +3. Ooh, that's warm. But feels like minus 11. That's better. Okay. And Amazon has my 6th book of my writing career, which is the 2nd book in the Hot Rod series, better known as the Naughty Natalie series. And it's called Love is Trust. Yes, because she trusted me in the 37 Dodge Hot Rod over here at 145 miles an hour, and I trusted her when she drove it at those speeds. Yes, it's free as an ebook from December 17th to the 21st. Yes, so enjoy the book. And also, too, with it being Sunday, clean your vacuum. That dog is shedding, so I had to empty twice this week. Freaking real. That dog only has 2 seasons. Shedding and shedding. Yes. Once he's done shedding, he starts shedding all over again. Oh, it's a good thing I don't have fancy furniture in the house. All right, as you can see, there's no sun. It's probably about 9:15. Quarter after, because I'm old school. So the sun has come up. This morning, when I usually come out at 8:30, it's like dark. Yes, because the winter solstice is just about here. It's next week, I think. I think it's this week, maybe. I don't know. I'll have to figure it out. All right. I think we can scroll. We can't go that way. A quick scroll, because I'm probably censored already on the Me phone, because it got chilled, so it dropped its volume. Yes, it doesn't matter if I have it upside down, upside right, or whatever. It's trained. It has been taught to think, so it screws everything up. All right. Oh, I got the burps. That peanut butter was good on my toast this morning. All right. I better go. Here comes the boss. Okay, off to a late start in the shop this morning because we had to answer comments and stuff like that on YouTube. Plus, we were helping Sir Rodney get a new account or whatever opened up because he was kind of labeled as a spammer for, how would you say, replying too many times and giving out his email. Okay, but we want that because that's how YouTube is keeping the site safe, so we're not having to deal with these women that want to make love to me numerous times as long as my credit card is good. All right, so we came out to the shop. We have to reorganize because over the years we've taken the yellow paint marker and marked on all these starters and stuff like that. So today we went through, used the brake clean and the wire brush thing there, and we did a test on them all. Okay, these 3 starters were on the cats out there that we took off, so they spin, they work, kind of sort of thing. And then these 2 came off of Kijiji and Freefall. So I've written on there, one is locked up, one spins, but does it engage? All right. So we know this one here spins, but it got a little warm. Trying to start Kijiji on gas. He has issues. All right. So over here, these are the $1,000 Wilson starters. They're basically Delco rebuilt. Okay. But they did a shitty job. Okay. So here's the other one over here. Okay. So there it is there. That one spins, but does it engage? This one here, the Bendix is locked out. It's jammed up in there. Hercules. Okay, it's jammed. It don't go back. It don't go forward. Okay. See, look at that. That's what it's supposed to do. Okay. So what happens is they're using poor quality products, and this thing comes out and jams itself. So I sit there and tap it back. I can get it to maybe the cat started, or it'll jam. It'll do it again. So over here, let's walk and talk at the same time without a beer in my hand. I don't know if I can do it. Well, it is Sunday. All right. So what they did on the other one that I complained to them is this Bendix is too short. It's for the farm tractor. All right. This is the long Bendix that has to be in. Okay. So we've been out in the wilderness and stuff like that. We've had to weld them to get the cat started to get home or whatever. So they were jerking me around, and I sent the starters back. They said there was nothing wrong. They sent it to me. Well, you put the wrong Bendix in. Well, of course it spins around and engages, but it doesn't reach the flywheel. So that's the joy. So I have my parts here. So I think we can fix and play around to figure out the starters, because the money tree hasn't blossomed enough for me to buy the new style starters, to put on, and boom, off we go. So we're old school. We have lots of time. We can sit down and figure it out. Well, let's go have some lunch.
Sunday morning in WHO-ville, and it is chilly out. As you can see, it kind of snowed a bit, not very much, but my tracks are covered from when I was outside last. Now it's time to head inside and make breakfast and let the dogs out. Not sure what we'll be doing in the kingdom this afternoon, but I guess I'll find out when I head over there later. Almost 1 o'clock, and I just got the skidoo out and warmed up to head on over to the kingdom. Not sure what we'll be doing over there this afternoon, but I guess I'll find out when I get over there. The sun is still out, as you can see, and there's not that many clouds in the sky, so now let's get on over there. Almost 1 o'clock, and I got the skidoo out and ready to head on over to the kingdom. Not sure what we'll be doing today, but I guess I'll find out when I get over there. I think we're taking the cats and the drags out, or we might be pull starting another cat. I'm not 100% sure, so let's let the dogs back in and head on over. Just after 1 p.m. and I made it to the kingdom. I'm taking the pallet drag out with the skidoo here and go around the north trail to do a couple laps. That way it's nice and smooth. I'll see if I can find any animal tracks as well. Once that's done, we'll get a cat started and do some dragging around the yard here because somebody left some big ruts. First pass down the north trail here, and as you can see, it's pretty dark in the bush. I am right by Roadrunner Rock over here. It's just into the bushes and off to the right there, and the snow texture has changed a lot. It's pretty firm in the bush, even with this new fresh stuff on top. It actually is packing very nicely, and the snow did drop a bit too with how warm it was the last couple days. Now I'm going to go around down to the cat train trail and see how it looks there. I haven't seen any animal tracks yet though. Down on the cat train trail now, the muskeg and the bypass are both behind me a little ways here, and if we pan to my left, you'll be able to see the rabbit tower just through the bushes here. Now I'm going to swing back around and do a couple more passes and then drop the drag and see what my dad's up to. Second pass on the north trail, and I'm slowly making it wider. I do one pass on this side, and right now I'm doing it on the other side. It looks pretty good. You can actually walk on it no problem here. We actually got it packed down nicely. There's not many animal tracks, well, fresh ones anyways. We do have some old ones going into the bush over here. I think that might have been a fox or maybe a rabbit. Could have been one of the dogs too when they were down here, but I haven't seen any fresh tracks since the little skiff of snow we had. Now I'm going to head back up into the kingdom and drop the drag. Just park the drag and put the skidoo back, and I'm going to head on down to the shop and see how my dad's making out. Down at the shop now, I'm just cleaning off Kijiji and the other cat over here. We're going to try and get both of them started and go drag around the yard. After that's done, I have to get the mini out and fluff up the wood pile here. And of course the flags of exercise are all tangled up. As you can see, it was pretty windy yesterday and the day before, so that's why they like that. Bit of a wind today as well, and it's pretty cold out actually. Just finished cleaning off both cats. Now my dad has the diesel heater under Kijiji to warm it up, and he is changing the starter. Hopefully we can get this one running. Might end up having to pull start this one with the other cat over here, but I guess we'll find out and see if it starts. My dad's just outside putting the starters on the cats, and if they don't work, we have lots to spare here. There's about 7 starters on the workbench here, so if one doesn't work, we'll just keep switching them out because one of these have to work, don't you think? Now he's trying to get Kijiji started. When I was in the shop, I just heard it turn over, then it died again. This one doesn't like starting on the gas and switching over, so we might end up having to pull start it. Of course, Kijiji wouldn't start, so now I think we might have to pull start that one. We'll give it a couple more minutes and try again. Now my dad went to go get the starter for free fall here, and hopefully this one will start up, as if not, I'm not sure what we'll do. This is where the starter goes, as you can see here, so hopefully the ones we pulled out also work too, so we don't have to change them out again and put one of those 7 in. Attempting to get free fall started now. I guess the starter doesn't work. Something isn't working. It's either the starter, the master switch, or the battery. Could be one or the other. Yeah, I know they are. We charged the batteries up beforehand. My dad put the jumper cables on. It looks to be the ground on this side of the battery here. And it started right up. Looks like Kijiji started after all. Now my dad's gonna switch it over to diesel. Now we are down by the front gate with Kijiji. Gonna hook it up to the Z-drag here and drag it on over back towards the house so it's closer in case we need it. That way if the Mini has to come and dig it out or clean it off, kind of like how it is now, it's not that far for it to travel. Now my dad's gonna hook free fall up to the other drag, which is sitting right here, and then we'll take it around for a quick little pass. Then I think we're going to take the Z drag out and around, and then we'll do a double pull so we can get it up back in here and park it over beside the other drag. Now my dad's going to take Kijiji around with the Z drag. I'll be sitting on the back of the tires here. As you can see, Kijiji's kind of smoking, so we better get going. just after 3 p.m. coffee and my phone died while we were on the trail with the Z-Drag and Kijiji. Now my dad has free fall. We're going to go to the bottom at the front gate and do a tandem pull-up. Now I'm going to set up the tripod, that way we can record a tandem pull of both free fall and Kijiji dragging the Z-Drag up the hill here. My dad tried to get it with Kijiji himself, but it wouldn't budge, so now we're going to do a tandem pull up the hill. .30 and we are done with Kijiji now. As you can see, my dad already took the battery off and he's going to take it down to the shop. That way they stay nice and warm. We're going to get on free fall over here and hook it back up to the drag and do a couple passes around the yard here to smooth out all the bumps and the drifts and everything else from the last couple days, because I'm pretty sure tomorrow we're going to go up with the Mini on the hoverboard and the 39 and go put my chimney pipe in. Also charged my phone up, so I'm back to using mine now. I only had to use my dad's there for a few minutes while we did the tandem pull. Hopefully those videos worked out, but I guess I'll find out when I head back home and edit them. Now my dad's hooked up to the drag with free fall and he's going to go around the kingdom a few times and smooth everything out. I'll probably just get a video here and there since he doesn't really know where he's going to drag today. just finished dragging with free fall and we parked it in behind Kijiji here. This way they're up close to the house. We can plug them in when we need them next time. Pretty sure I'm done for today, so I'll grab my dog treats, head on back into WHO-ville and do the weather. 4 o'clock and I'm officially done in the kingdom. I have my dog treats in the bag there and my dad's laundry, which I'll do tonight or in the morning. That way it's ready for when I come back here tomorrow at 1. I'm pretty sure we're going to do my chimney tomorrow, so that'll be nice. Let's head on back into WHO-ville and do the weather. Made it back from the kingdom. Now it's time to put the skidoo away, let the dogs out, and do weather. As you can see up here, the moon is already out and in the sky as the sun is setting. That's kind of crazy to me. Almost 5 p.m. and this is the temperature we're sitting at today. It's negative 15 degrees Celsius, which is 5 degrees Fahrenheit. We even have the feels like on the bottom. It feels a lot colder than that actually. I was pretty chill. There's not much of a wind anymore. Now it's time to head inside, let the dogs out, make supper, and end my day.
Okay, that worked out very well. Putting starters on and they cranked over. Free fall. He came in parts and pieces and he was basically scrap value. Yeah, he was a basket case and we worked on him and pieced him together. He runs and works pretty good. But Kijiji, I paid a lot of money for him. Probably him landed here in the kingdom was close to $6,000. And when he was up on the semi-trailer, I looked and I seen that the final drive on the other side was all busted apart because the balls ran out of oil and then the balls get in the gears and it busts apart. So then this thing would not run, okay? Not run whatsoever. So we've been playing with it and it's just terrible to start. So it had an ag pump right here for the hydraulics right there. So, okay, let's time it. Let's figure out what's going on because these magnetos or mags, there's 3 timing marks on them, okay, when you take them apart inside. And over the course of 70 years, everybody thinks they're an expert and take it apart and time it wrong, okay? So we took it apart and we had a work bee on these magnetos. I think we did 8 or 10 of them and we'd, documented them and, 90% of them were timed wrong for diesel motors. So when we changed out took the ag pump off here, we double checked everything because there's a timing mark in here, behind here. You've got to look in here to do it. So we think we got it because these gears are at an angle and you're sliding everything together. So we think we got it, but I think we're out because you can start the thing and it'll run on gas. Use your timing light to time it, okay? Because this carburetor, there's no adjustments. It's just a simple thing. Gas and air mix and up it goes and it runs. There's no high, lows, nothing. There's no adjustments whatsoever. So we've done just about everything to it. And I ended up changing the timing and cranking it right back, okay? Because it's the magneto that gives you the most problems. Okay, I stopped the video there before the Me phone censored me. This magneto is a generator, okay? So it generates and makes spark. But to get the spark and everything timed or everything, there's an impulse here, which is a coupler that's spring loaded. So if the coupler's not, spring loading it and zapping it, then there's a problem. So when I'm cranking these things over, I'm listening to the sounds and it makes a certain click when it clicks, okay? And then it's timed correctly for running. So this thing was not doing it today. I could crank it over and it was firing, but it was out, like it's out of time, okay? I don't know if that makes sense, but it's the time. Once you get the impulse to catch and grab, the timing's correct and then off it goes. And you're using your choke, okay, over here, that choke rod, to get the thing to run. So that's kind of unique. But also too, we learned a long time ago when the earth was green and Greta was young and being breastfed, the Swedish kid, okay, that we don't play with these cats in the summer. Don't set the timing, don't set the carb, don't do anything in the summer, and then come out at minus 20 or 25 below like today, and then think it's going to start. No, it's not. You adjust these things on a cold day. That's what today's adventure was. Not for us to come out here and freeze our tushies off and get, frozen footage or whatever. Today's exercise was to figure out what was going on because the last time it ran, we had issues and problems. And then also too, it's doing the bubble thing. Okay, IH cats are known for cracked heads. Well, this thing should be bubbling all the time. This thing's bubbling periodically because there could be a mouse nest or something in there. So once again, we have to clean it out one more time. Okay, also too, I think it was about 2010, we started buying the thermostats for the cats, and anytime we had a cat in the shop, we're putting these thermostats in, and then we were buying them half price on Rock Auto. So by the time they land in the kingdom, I think they're about $75 now, okay? But they don't work. Yes, these thermostats will jam up and not work. So this is Kijiji's. We put it in 2019. We took it out in 2023. I think it was in March or January, I think it was. But look at this. They just fall apart. If they don't open and close, they just fall apart. So that's the quality of today. So none of these cats have thermostats in them because they've overheated on us. The little communist cat acted up out on Reindeer Lake. It was overheating out in the middle of the lake, and then it would run good, and then the thermostat would open for a bit, it would calm down. So we're out in the middle of the lake taking the hood off to throw the thermostat away. So that tells you the new world we now live in, with thermostats being nothing but junk. Also too, today's exercise with the double Z was just like a cultivator. When you take a farm tractor out of the shop, you hook up to the cultivator and you go plowing the land, right? Just like those country western songs. So we do it with the double Z drag because it's 4 greater blades in one and it cuts it down. So once Kijiji started pulling, he calmed right down the fuel system and everything is getting better. But you also have to remember in 2019 when we got him going, he was nothing but a smoke show and he could barely propel himself. So each year with that diesel fuel and 2-stroke oils and cleansing nets and fuel conditioner, he's getting better at running and pulling the drag. So we're very pleased with today. So now we have a list that we can, work on and figure out what's wrong with Kijiji. Plus we had some fun out here in wilderness Alaska, but in northern Manitoba. Okay, we've had enough fun. We worked through coffee time, so let's go drink some vodka. Oh, let's go walk the dogs, make a video, and drink some vodka to take the pain away from the fun we had today. Besides, it's Sunday. Let's quit early and have a few beverage. Talk to you later.